Hi, I am André Lage-Freitas, and I'll talk today about leveraging ChatGPT in crisis communication. Before going on, please be aware of this ethical disclaimer. And I'd like just to state that we are using model GPT-4. So, when we have a crisis communication, we'd like to act quickly, but we wouldn't like to jeopardize the quality of the communication. So, how can you take advantage of ChatGPT to deal with this situation? Let's get first a simple and naive approach and ask ChatGPT to reason on the problem. Okay, so the prompt is first of all, the case is this. News: China struggles with lab safety carry danger of another pandemic. So let's suppose that this is the situation and we'd like to handle it. So we ask ChatGPT the following question: what should I do to address this crisis communication problem described in the text delimited by triple back ticks? Okay, we do that to avoid prompt injection. That is, if there is a comment in the text, it could understand that I'm asking something to do, the model ChatGPT to do. So by putting this, it will consider that this is the contents and not any command. Okay, so he lists a lot of things that I can do. Okay, so it's a good reasoning about the subject. But now let's take advantage of this and let's focus on acknowledge the issue. The first thing to do, let's suppose that we would like to do this at first, but let's be more specific now. Let's state that let's ask him to act as a public relations professional that works for the Chinese embassy, and let's ask him to write a press release that acknowledges the crisis communication problem described in this text. So here we go. The answer. Take your time to read it. In my opinion, it's a good job, but let's just now ask to be more diplomatic. So let's add this sentence to the prompt: please maintain a diplomatic approach, use a calm tone, and refrain from mentioning other countries. Okay, not to say that I didn't like that lab incidents can happen anywhere, like in the United States or Western countries. Let's not touch this subject. I think it's not that diplomatic. So let's him to write it again. And here goes the answers that I think now he did a really good job. Short communication, accurate, straight to the point. So now what are we going to do? Let's suppose that we'd like to spread the news about this communication we've done to social medias. Actually, we'd like to have a version of this press release to social media. So let's adapt it. So we're going to ask ChatGPT to summarize the text so it can be used in the following social media platforms. This is so important. Okay, I'm going to explain later. So take a look at the job. So in my opinion, it's a good job again. Okay, it managed to identify which platform it is and use the right communication pattern. But let's try to stress a little bit the model and give and explicitly tell to use writing styles that align with the communication culture of each social media platform. Okay. The results didn't change that much. Okay, you can see, of course, it's not the same result. It's not how the generative AI models works. They won't be deterministic. So I think it didn't change that much. When I told at first to you that my target is these social media platforms, it had done a really good job. So now let's do some work regarding, let's suppose that a Twitter, our Twitter post had some comments and we'd like to analyze the feedbacks. Okay, so the comments that we've just got. So we will get a Twitter post. So I've just copied the post that ChatGPT proposed me. I suppose that this is my Twitter post. And I ask it to create 15 random comments. So suppose that this data we got from our Twitter account, okay? Some comments. So this is hypothetical data. Here are our comments. These are comments regarding our Twitter post. And I asked to, just to have some variety, I asked him to 15 random comments, and some of them are friendly, others express doubt, and others curiosity. So here are the comments, okay? And now let's ask him to label each comment. Now that's very interesting. Suppose that these are your comments. You can program, you can code and get from the API, Twitter API, or I don't know where, your data lake. You just get the data and you ask him to label. So now we are asking to classify. This is the task. Use the word classify because it's a classification problem. It's a machine learning classification problem. Classify it, the comment, by using 3 labels: positive, negative, and neutral. And I did a for here. So you're gonna iterate over these 15 comments and label it. Okay? So here's the job done. For example, the comment, great to see China taking steps to ensure safety, blah, blah, blah. It labeled as positive. Okay? And then you can see the whole 15 comments labeled. So it's really interesting and well done performance task. Now we will ask ChatGPT to deal with negative comments. So we're gonna have we can also create a for and iterate for all negative comments. But for the sake of the exemplification, I will get just a negative comment. This one I will just copy and paste, and I say, okay, I work for the embassy. I publish a Twitter post. I tell him the story. Write an answer to this negative Twitter comment about my post. Please maintain a diplomatic approach, blah, blah, blah. So he wrote actually a letter, an email, very formal. So let's change a little bit. We will ask him to write a Twitter comment that answers the comment that we've got. And now we won't say that it's a negative comment. Okay, we will remove it and we iterated it by using a for in Python. This is Python programming language. So it will get our 15 comments and write an answer to each one of the comments. So, for example, first one, this is the comment about our post, and the right side will have ChatGPT answer to it. Actually, it's how it proposed us to answer to it. So it's really good job. Just a disclaimer here, nobody should use robots to post message to these platforms. Okay, you should read the ethical rules of each platform, but this is very handy for you as a professional to read it and to see, to have some ideas. Okay, that's very nice, interesting idea how to answer, and then you can modify, you can copy, you can ask him to write again, and then you post it at the platform. That is a really good approach to do it. And another tip is you can ask him, for example, you see this text here, please rewrite it. Consider that I'm writing to a Brazilian, or I'm writing to a German or Japanese. So by taking into account their cultural aspects. So you can tailor, you can specify the target that you would like to address to. Okay, so I really like the results. ChatGPT 4, it's really interesting. I've been using since some weeks ago ChatGPT 3 API, and it changed a lot. So the results really quite impressive. And I try it yourself, write a prompt that counts the number of negative, positive, and neutral comments in a social media platform, or import your data and play with this notebook that it's my GitHub. You can download it, clone it, and do some PR, pull requests, whatever you want to.